Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to talk about something that pretty much every English learner goes through, that feeling of fear right when you need to speak. But more importantly, we're going to get into how you can build real, lasting confidence. I promise, we can turn that fear into a powerful tool for your growth.
So, does this look familiar? You know that moment right before you have to say something in English? Your heart starts beating a little faster. Maybe your mind just goes totally blank. It's that nervous feeling that can just stop you in your tracks, even when you actually know the words.
Well, the very first thing I want you to know is this. You are absolutely 100% not alone. This is something millions of learners all over the world are feeling right now. It is a completely normal, human thing, and it's something we can totally work on together. Okay, so let's start by looking this fear right in the eye. To really overcome it, we have to understand where it's coming from. We're going to get to know that little voice inside your head, the one that tries to hold you back. Now, have a look at these. Does that little voice in your head sound anything like this? What if I make a mistake? What if they don't understand me? What if I sound silly? It's these kinds of thoughts, these worries, that create that feeling of fear and make you just want to stay quiet. And let's talk about the accent thing for a second, because that's a big one. I need to be really, really clear here. Your accent is not a mistake. It is not bad. It's actually part of your story. It's part of who you are and where you come from. It's something to be proud of, not ashamed of. And this right here is the most crucial point. All of those worries we just listed, they feel so real, don't they? But they aren't facts. They're just thoughts. And understanding that difference, that's the first, most powerful step you can take to get back in control. So if those fears are just thoughts, what do we do? How do we build something stronger to replace them? Well, that's what this next part is all about. We're going to completely reframe the problem. Because here's the secret. This isn't really about your English skills. It's about the belief you have in yourself. And I love this slide because it just lays it out so perfectly. The myth, the old way of thinking, is that confidence is something you're either born with or you're not, that you have to wait for it to just magically show up. But the truth? The truth is that confidence is something you build, you create it, with every small action you take. So what even is confidence? Well, at its core, it's just how much you believe in your own ability. And I want you to think of it exactly like a muscle. The more you use it, by speaking even just one little sentence, the stronger it gets. Every single attempt is like a rep at the gym for your confidence. And this can change everything for you. That feeling of fear, it's not a stop sign anymore. From now on, I want you to see it as a good sign. It's actually a compass, and it's pointing you directly towards growth. It means you're stepping up and getting stronger. Okay, so if confidence is a muscle, how do we actually train it? Let's get really practical here. This is your 4-step training plan to get started. The plan is actually pretty simple, but it's incredibly powerful. First, you've got to start small, but be consistent. Second, you need to change how you see mistakes. They're just part of learning. Third, and this is huge, don't wait for confidence to show up. You create it with action. And finally, you have to be kind to yourself through this whole process. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? I mean, think about it. We don't expect a baby to learn to walk without falling down a bunch of times, right? We cheer for every single attempt. We have to give ourselves that same kind of grace. Every mistake you make when you're speaking is just a little stumble on the path. It just means you're trying. And here it is. This is a fundamental truth we have to burn into our brains. So many of us wait to feel confident before we're willing to speak. But it works the complete opposite way. The action, the speaking, has to come first. That feeling of confidence, that's the result of taking action,
not the ticket you need to get started.
Okay, so as you're building this muscle, you also have to protect it, right? So let's talk about what I call the 3 biggest confidence killers. Think of this as knowing what traps to look out for so you don't sabotage your own progress. This slide lays out the whole game plan. Killer number 1 is comparison. Looking at other speakers and feeling bad. The only person you should compare yourself to is you from yesterday. Number 2 is that negative voice in your head. The fix? You have to talk to yourself like you would talk to a good friend. And the third killer is getting stuck in your comfort zone. The antidote? Just take one small, safe speaking risk every single day. All right, let's bring all this together in our final section. Building confidence isn't a one-time thing you just check off a list. It's an ongoing journey. It's all about creating a new habit of protecting and nurturing that belief in yourself every single day. I really love this final metaphor. Your confidence truly is like a small, delicate plant. You have to protect it from those killers like comparison and negativity, and you have to give it what it needs to grow. A little kindness, a little daily action. That's how it gets strong. So let's end with this one simple question to make this all real. Let's start building that muscle, like right now. What is one small sentence you'll speak today? It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be spoken. Because that is how your journey forward really begins.